Alrighty, Brian. First practice, a couple of practices after another difficult loss at home, RSL. I was very curious if anything really popped out during film study about how that game played out.
Yeah. The interesting thing is if you look at all the stats, because I know a lot of people out there go to FOTMob and SofaScore and all of those sites, and they talk about, possession, expected goals, expected assists, all of the things, set piece, conversion rates, all of that sort of stuff. You would look at that statistical analysis and say, we played pretty well. But the film and the eye test tells a different story. And so how do you always balance that with the messaging to your group? Because there were some positive moments, but not many. And certainly the end of the game was not a positive. So for me, it's showing them the actual mistakes that were made, both in attack and defense, because I can't pick on the defenders all the time. We need to figure out a way to score more goals. So it's a bigger conversation than maybe just one singular game against RSL. It's been like that for, too long of a time. So we're trying to address that.
It seemed like the first 15 minutes were really good. Do you feel like the VAR call really damper what was going right for the team? Did that have any effect on the group?
Yeah. I think that's one of the, downsides to VAR, that emotional high of scoring a goal and then they take it away. We'd like our guys to be more determined after that. But there is some emotional toll. But then their goal, a few minutes, 10 minutes after, whatever that was, that was the real dip. Because I think we could have 0-0, we're at home, we're playing okay, but then to give up that first goal really gives them a commanding position as to controlling tempo, slowing the tempo, defending deeper, all of those things.
Defensively, on that first goal specifically, was that just a total breakdown, or was there anything specific that you saw that could have...
Their guy ran past four of our guys. So, we have to do a better job. Now, Aymar pressed higher up the field, and what you see, our team is too nice sometimes. What you see is sometimes teams fouling way up there to stop counterattacks, and we discussed that. And could he have maybe made a foul, stop everybody? Maybe. Those are all the things that, players have to make those decisions on the field.
Strategy, formations, those things sometimes are easy to address, but just moments of concentration, playing 90 minutes, how hard is it to really...
It's the second goal. You get yourself back in it. I asked the guys how did they feel after we scored. They all said we were going to win the game. We knew we were going to win the game. And then on the kickoffs, after we score, sometimes I like pressing to really send the message, here we come, we're going to, But then the execution of that play, stepping higher up the field, was wrong. One pass beats five of our guys again, and they're down in our half of the field. So, that's a lapse in concentration.
You've always been every game is the next big game. But I was trying to look at it. It doesn't seem like you've had a bad streak this late in the season. Does it start to feel like every game is a must-win? I kind of want to know, is this any different than before?
Well, I try and, not use the term must-win until the playoffs start, because you always have another chance, but we're running out of chances. So however you want to say it, you guys can write it up how you want. We're running short on time and running short on games. So we need to make improvements now.
LA Galaxy's next this Friday. Yeah. They're a team that has some ups and downs, really high-powered up top, but in the middle they can be a little bit subjective to offenses. What are your thoughts on what this LA team is?
Well, their new player might help them. getting a new player certainly is going to boost their spirits, a good new player. So we'll see what we get, whether he even starts. I know he's eligible, but we'll see if he starts. And then we just have to go back to, being hard to beat. We've had good results at the Galaxy recently, away from home. So it's not like we cannot do it. It's just a matter of, can we put together a complete game in order to actually accomplish that goal and come out of there with at least a point, if not all three.
Joveljic is a guy that maybe hasn't been there when you guys have played him. He can make a difference. What have you seen from him, and how do you minimize him?
Energy, active, good goal scorer. It seems like when he comes in, he sparks the group. When he starts, he's active. So him and Chicharito are a good pair, but he's got Vasquez, he's got Puig, he's got other guys that he might play. So let's see.
Raul Ruiz, he played, he looked good, obviously not 90 minutes fit. Where is he at right now?
Well, he thinks he's 90 minutes fit. So, good for him. But he's in good spirits, he's in a good mood. He's happy to be back on the field. We still have one more step before we tell him he's 90 minutes fit, and if he passes that, that's going to be great.
One positive out of this last game was the duo between Leiva and Rusnak. It seemed like they had a very good game both.
Yeah.
Do you build on that for this game?
I'm trying to find some consistency. I wouldn't say I'm settled completely on if the playoffs started tomorrow, what formation, what lineup. But certainly I have to find some consistency. I think that's important.
I want to ask about just the health of the team, but to me, it seemed like Christian might not have been 100%. Is he all right? Is he dealing with anything right now?
He's okay. He's just got a lot of miles on him. He's been okay. Maybe not performing up to his level, but I could say that about a lot of the guys on the team. In this slump, remember it's a team sport, and everybody goes through ups and downs individually and collectively. So it's unfair for me to, maybe critique Christian without critiquing, some of the other players that play next to him.
But health-wise, everybody's all right?
Health-wise, he's fine. Yeah, it's just JP and the kid, Obed.
Last one here.
Go ahead, yeah.
Just in an overall sense, when you have a road trip of this magnitude, 3 games, what's the key component here? Just thinking about it.
Mentality. We went on the road last year and won 3 games in a row. It's doable. It's possible. This team has it within them. We just got to get back to playing good defense, concentration for 90 minutes. Scoring more than 1 goal a game would help. So just back to doing what we know we can do.